One of the releases that caught our eye last month was that of Nuclear Blaze, an action game based around a lone firefighter caught in a monumental blaze, and it's the latest game from Dead Cell's creator Sebastian Bernard. A busy schedule prevented a review at that time, but we now want to give it the spotlight to see if we missed a bit of a hidden gem. Is it more a blaze of glory or a nuclear meltdown? Well, thank you to the publishing team for the review code, and now let's find out. So story-wise, our protagonist is airdropped into the site of a huge fire to assist his team, and after being sent east to lend support, finds himself at the doors of a huge facility which appears to be the origin of the fire. Investigating the facility alone ultimately leads to finding out quite a bit more as to exactly what was going on here. So in terms of gameplay, this is a 2D action platformer where your aim is to make your way deeper into the facility, putting out fires as you go. In order to do this, you'll need water, and you have a finite amount of this displayed by this gauge in the bottom right hand corner, but you'll be able to replenish your supply by passing these water pumps. You'll need to be fairly conservative with your water usage, as running out before clearing the way of fire and reaching the next pump will make things much more difficult. As you make your way along, there will be a number of obstacles to overcome as well as the fire itself. You may find that some doors are locked and need a keycard, there may be an electrical hazard that needs to be deactivated, or fuse boxes counting down to the point where they will explode if you do not get to them in time and hose them down. You'll need to clear all fire in an area before you can move on, and to make this more difficult, fire will sometimes spread, meaning that you'll need to be fast in order to put it out and prevent it from returning. You will gain a few power-ups on your way, such as a defensive move which keeps you safe in the event of a backdraft, or an evasive roll which will become key as the facility around you becomes increasingly unstable. The game is completely linear, with anything you need to find always being close by. It is not a Metroidvania despite it having the appearance of one, and once areas have been traversed they cannot be revisited. There is some scope for exploration owing to the fact that there are a few cats trapped in the facility that can be rescued by finding them and leading them to a nearby ventilation shaft. Some are obvious to see, whereas a few others are hidden away within secret areas. There are 16 in total to find. There are also a few documents scattered about the place that will fill in a few gaps with regards to the story. There are a few sections where the difficulty does ramp up a notch, but on the whole the level of difficulty isn't overly high, and there are also a number of variables for you to customise in the pause menu to reduce the difficulty further if you need to. This includes how many hit points you have and how quickly fire spreads. Talking of difficulty though, there are two other game modes. One is very much aimed at children and sees the protagonist being invincible and the focus shifting towards saving those cats, but there is also a hold my beer mode which takes the difficulty up and adds new challenges, and this unlocks once you've finished the main mode. To be fair, for what the game is going for, the action works very well. Progression through the building feels organic, the main idea of fighting the fire is engaging, and the puzzles, whilst simple, keep the pace going well. Perhaps having some people to save, possibly using the time limit idea already seen within a large area, or having a couple more boss moments, there's only one in the whole game, would have upped the challenge a touch, and I would have rather had a more challenging main mode than an extra mode to try once completing the first one. This is just a personal preference though, and on the whole everything works well, and gameplay gets 17 out of 20. This also extends to controls which always aid the player, with the only move that felt a little unnatural being the defensive one for the backdraft. You do this by holding down and pressing the extinguish button, and it just feels a bit awkward when you are put on the spot. On the whole though, controls get 18 out of 20. In terms of the visuals, Nuclear Blaze opts for a pixel art style with a strong and vibrant colour palette that really does help enhance this artistic choice. The fire looks great with the hazy effect as it begins to spread, really doing a good job of conveying the heat and life-threatening situation our protagonist finds himself in, and whilst most areas are fairly simplistic in their design, they are varied enough to give the impression of delving deeper into a huge and imposing facility. Again, explosions look impressive, and the magnitude of your task and danger of your surroundings is conveyed very well. Performance wise, Nuclear Blaze ran well and I experienced no issues, slowdown or stutters at all. In terms of the audio, the music is used to build atmosphere with a great synth twang used throughout to accentuate a sense of exploration and foreboding. It's used sparingly in places, but I really did enjoy its implementation and felt that it really enhanced the sense of urgency without becoming overbearing. Your character's interactions with his team over radio are handled via a garbled language with on-screen text, and again this seems like a wise choice and in keeping with the tone of the game in general. Visuals are bright and vibrant whilst still getting the sense of danger across and gets 18 out of 20. Audio highlights this danger very well and also scores 18 out of 20. Nuclear Blaze costs £13.49 and regional equivalents are on your screen now. Now in terms of sheer production value, this is an expertly designed game with handcrafted levels, a good main gameplay mechanic, a lovely pixel art style and great music. The biggest issue is that the game can be finished in between 2 to 3 hours. Now I'm a big advocate of short games. Being a busy adult with less time to finish games these days, it does give me a chance to experience that sense of achievement, and it is to the game's credit that I wanted to spend more time here. Yes, there is that harder mode, but I would have loved for the main game to be at least an hour longer, and on balance value gets 12 out of 20. To conclude, Nuclear Blaze is a short, concise but very tight adventure with an interesting gameplay hook built within a rich and vibrant world. It's an ideal game to play whilst on a train or plane journey, or just when you want to blitz through something in a few hours and gain that sense of achievement of ticking another game off the list. I do wish it was a bit longer, about 4 hours would have been ideal, but this is mainly down to the fact that the game is a lot of fun and I didn't want it to end quite so soon. Maybe one to wait for a slight sale on due to this, but it's definitely worth your time at full price if the short length doesn't deter you. Nuclear Blaze gets a SwitchUp score of 83%. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Is this one that you're going to pick up? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit to pick this game up, or any other game for that matter, you can get your eShop cards via our website, switchup.gg. You'll earn yourself SwitchUp tokens while doing so, and these will accumulate over time, allowing you to redeem them against future purchases, and you still get your Nintendo coins when you download the eShop card onto the eShop itself. There's also a link down there to Play Asia if you're looking to import any games. Again, use the link down below, use the code stated, and you'll get yourself 5% off of your order. A quick thank you to our patrons and our channel members for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.